everyone. Welcome to another episode of the WIT podcast. This week's podcast is just one big shout out to the WIT interns that we have. Now, I don't know if all of you know this, but I run a nonprofit organization called WIT Whatever It Takes, and we focus on teenagers and sometimes tweenagers becoming entrepreneurs and launching passion projects or businesses or social impact movements. And something that we do that I guess surprises people, so that's why I'm talking about it today and giving some attention to them, is we actually hire teenagers to work as interns at WIT. We have teens that run our social media accounts, teens that help us reach out with potential partnership emails. We have teens that come on and special guest hosts on our podcast. And I know for sure that WIT wouldn't be what WIT is without our teen interns. We've had a lot of wonderful interns over the years. Many are now off to college, but the ones that I want to recognize today are our current interns, Natalie and Claire. If you're following the Do WIT podcast Instagram account, you're seeing posts and content created by them. If you're following the Doing WIT Instagram account, that's the same. And if you're part of our online WIT community, then the person that's curating that engagement and bringing you interesting topics every day is also one of our WIT teen interns. The reason that I thought it was so important to actually have teens run parts of WIT is because WIT is an organization that is built for teens. And although I like to think that I can be in touch and in the know of all things that are happening in the tween-teen world, that's not possible. So it's really fun to have teenagers on our team that help us create content that is relatable and speaks to the audience that we're trying to serve. For this week, I also wrote an article for my Today Show blog about the importance and the value of getting internships. If you are one of our teen interns, our teen listeners, I hope that you consider putting your name out there for teen internships this summer. There's so much value that you can get from doing it. I know that some people think like, well, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So how would I know what type of internship I should get or where I should intern? I'd like to share that you don't have to know what you want to be when you grow up right now. That's a big ask of people, but you could use this time in your life to be curious and go out and try something. I was talking to a teen today who's interested in being a dentist. And I said, why don't you get a job at a dentist office this summer? Obviously, you're not going to be doing the same things as being a dentist, but you get to be in that environment and get a sense of what's going on. You're also going to learn really valuable and what we would say transferable skills taking an internship. You get experience with your communication development, learning how to work with people that are older than you is incredibly valuable, working around other maybe peers, but also adults, learning how you do communicate differently in an office than you do in the hallways of a school. You're also going to fine tune those email skills and just interactions with people. Let's say that you get an internship at an office, like a law office. You're going to have to learn how to talk to people that maybe you wouldn't normally engage with. All of those kinds of skills are going to be valuable for the rest of your life. You're also going to learn how to increase your confidence. Taking on jobs that are a little bit outside of our comfort zone and then succeeding at those jobs builds confidence, builds self-worth and self-value that you can actually look back and go, I did that. Recently, one of our interns, Claire, secured one of our biggest partnerships. And it was all because she sent the first email and then kept following up. And then today she was able to reap the rewards of not only just the confidence and the satisfaction of securing that partnership, but she also got financially compensated for doing that. So there's some really interesting opportunities out there for you if you are a teenager. I know that sometimes it can feel like, ugh, I can't really get in anywhere, but you can boost up that LinkedIn profile. You can pay attention to what you're putting out there on social media. Remember that social media footprint is a real thing. Even if you think you have a Finsta that nobody can see, someone can see it. So pay attention to that and look around your neighborhood, look around your community. Like, where would I want to work, intern this summer in my neighborhood? And what harm would it be if I actually just sent an email to see if they would consider me, and if they would even let me come in and chat with them. So if you are a teenager, this podcast episode this week really is geared towards teens. I really want you to think about how you can do whatever it takes today for your future self. And one of the things that you can do is really start looking at your upcoming summer and where you could get a job or an internship. I know that sometimes I hear teens and sometimes their parents say, we don't have time to do a job this summer. We got to work on doing something that will boost the college application. Don't underestimate the impact of having a job, having an hourly job where you get to show people that you knew how to show up for work on time, be a team player, earn some money, gain some financial literacy. Those are some great things. So that's another thing that you can do to boost your resume. And there are some paid internships out there. Obviously, WIT does paid internships, but I know other organizations do as well. I'll say that when I was growing up, I did internships and they weren't paid, but I also got the most invaluable experience. Is priceless what I learned. And then I was able to apply that to future jobs. And some of those internships actually landed me jobs. So I don't know what the legal rules are now on paid internships or not paid internships, but if there's someone that you want to learn from, I wouldn't make it a requirement that you have to get paid. That might not be maybe there is a value exchange in different ways. So shout out to our current WIT interns, Natalie and Claire. Appreciate you. And if you want to get a better understanding about why you should even consider an internship as a teenager, check out my Today Show blog this week. I'll link it below, and maybe use that, share it with your parents, and tell them why you think you should shoot your shot with an internship this summer. And just remember, it's never too late or too early to start setting yourself up for success. Your future self will thank you for it. All right, you know what to do. Go do WIT, whatever it takes, because you're worth it. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Do WIT podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment with your takeaways. And if you want to join WIT, you can check out our summer classes at doingwit.org, and maybe we'll see you on the podcast and in our classes. Keep doing WIT.